Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? What's up? Happy Sunday. It's Sunday Fun Day, baby. Huh. Yeah. We got video gaming news for today and more grounded, dude. More grounded. It's gonna be a big resource gathering. We gotta get a lot of clay, dude. We got a lot of clay we got to grab and ground it today and keep working on the base. What I'll probably do is just focus down on getting one side of it finished. And then keep doing some other stuff because the base is going to be big. It's a big base. Yeah, so that's the play. We should have some fun, man. It should be a good time. Maybe some friends versus friends. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I get so wrapped up in grounded. We'll see what happens. That's the plan, man. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll probably try to get a decent stream in today. I've got family coming in to visit, so throughout the week here coming up, the streams will probably be a little bit shorter than normal. We've got family coming in from quite a ways away. I don't get to see them very often, and so what I'll probably do, I mean, Wednesday will be a down day anyways. I'm doing that right now for the foreseeable future. I've been announcing that because of, needing to get other things taken care of. So Wednesday was probably going to be a down day anyways, but we'll talk about it as we move forward in the week here, okay? What would probably happen, and it depends on also, like, if there are any showcases popping off and stuff like that, because that's, dude, all the showcases are hitting this week and through the beginning of next week. So we're gonna have to pay attention to that. But probably Monday and Tuesday, I won't go much past like midday. So we'll do the news, and then I'll do a little bit of gaming, like V Rising stuff, until about noon on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday will be a down day. Thursday, I don't know yet, so we'll talk about it. Okay, we'll figure it out. I want to try to spend as much time as I can with the family I've got coming out. I don't get to see them very often, and they're making a long trip in and everything. So I still want to stream, but I got to try to balance that out. You know what I mean? So let's get into this, man. Let's see what we got for today for June 4th edition of Video Gaming News, baby. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your weekend's been going pretty nicely. You know, let's see what we got. First and foremost, this is what we're listening to this morning. This is a banger of a game, and the soundtrack is sick as well. We're listening to some Bullets Per Minute soundtrack. The game is a rhythm-based, first-person shooting roguelike game. It's got a really cool art style. It's an indie dev. It's a fantastic game. Highly recommend. And the soundtrack's just full of bangers too, man. So highly recommend. Check it out, okay? I'm going to go ahead and kill the music, and then we'll get into this video gaming news segment. As we do, let's do what we do. Let's go. I didn't even filter us out yet. There we go. There we go. Ooh, okay. Hmm. So devs abandoned the Knights of the Old Republic 2 Restoration DLC on Switch and apologize with free games. Take a peek at that. Let's see what the Sony CEO is warning about technical issues still remaining for their cloud gaming service. Okay, we'll see what's up with that too. Yo, dude, throw Nintendo in here too. Actually, you know what, dude? I want to pull this up. And let's read about this. Let's see what this take is. Gaming would be so much better without PlayStation and Xbox. Let me turn this around. Let me turn this around. I want to change this a bit. I'm gonna, even without reading this first, I would change this or even add in another name here. Gaming would be so much better without PlayStation and Nintendo. or at the very least, put all three of them in. Nintendo's, at the top of the scummy list for me of all of these. So you can't leave Nintendo out of this conversation either. They are the scummy of scum as far as I'm concerned when it comes to the console gaming stuff. So let's pull this up and talk about this. Epic Game Store has an unexpected freebie for players. We'll take a peek at that, see what that is. I think they can't be talking about their weekly giveaway. I don't think so. I don't think so, dude. Steam Sale offers over 30 different games for $1 or less. Look, I'll pull this up. For anybody that's been playing some Battlefield 2042, Season 5's coming. All right, if you've been playing that game. Yes, Sims 4 is free to play. But there's a ton of DLC that's not free. So yeah, you can get in and you can play the base game for free, but there's a ton of it's one of those games where there's so much additional content. It's just polluted with additional content that you can't touch unless you pay for it. It's a game similar to something like City Skylines. City Skylines is the same way. City Skylines is a game that has like over $300 on Steam, like I think well over $300 worth of like just DLC content, and that's not even a free game. You know, The Sims is one of those similar kinds of situations where it's just a ton of DLC. So is it free? Kind of. Yeah, you can play it, but it's going to be very basic. If you want any of the additional stuff that's come out for the game at all in any form or fashion, you got to pay for it. Call of Duty Mobile. Here's why players with gaming devices are getting banned for 10 years. Okay. We talked about this. There's a big sale going on the PlayStation Store right now. You can get a lot of big name games on pretty decent sales right now. So go take a look. I've already hit on this quite often. Sorry. Over the past roughly few days to like few to 5 days here in the news, and I'm not going to hit on it anymore. There's sales out there on the PlayStation Store if you want. Hogwarts Legacy June 2 update patch notes. Take a look at what's coming there. Install this NVIDIA GeForce GPU hotfix driver to stop your gaming monitor from flickering. Mine's not flickering. Are you guys having monitor flicker? We've got that up. PS Plus subscribers refuse to play new free game. Okay. New Star Wars game out. See what that is. Silent Hill Ascension empowers the audience to decide some stuff. Dude, there's a lot of news this morning. Usually Sundays can be pretty bleak, man. Mithril, what's up, bro? You too, friendo. How you doing, bro? How was your day? Has your day been okay? Our friendo, of the future here, Mithril. Yo, I'm no juggernaut. Did you see? God dang, dude. If I had hams like that guy in that video I put in Discord and tagged you in, I'd wear nothing but booty shorts, dude. If I had ham and cake like that rugby player, I wouldn't wear anything but booty shorts, Doug. That dude is straight. That's just a dieseled out bro. Actually insane. So for anybody that wants to know what I'm talking about, I put a video in the sports section of the Discord that I found. It's this guy playing rugby, and he is built like a pile of bricks, dude. He's just this dude's legs are like the size of my body, and they literally his teammates just get the ball and throw it to him, and he just like trucks through the other team. Dude, it's insane to watch. Yo, Kayla, what's up? How you doing? Are you working today? How was your day off yesterday? What'd you do? I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, you're at work. Man, I'm sorry. Sucky. I hope it goes fast. I hope it goes well. It's good to see you. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, we've actually got an article up about a Hogwarts update that's about to hit. I'll try to go over it first and see if we can hit it for you before you have to get back into work. Yeah. Going super slow even though you're super busy. Dude, that's the worst. That's the worst. Let's change our search real quick. Bro, I used to man, I there was a time, dude, where video gaming magazines, man, Davey, what's up, brother? How you feeling, man? How are things progressing for you, dude? Um, there was a time where dude, I could sit there and just look at video gaming magazines for hours on end, dude, as a kid. And they would be like I wouldn't get them very often. I have a few. I still have a few. I showed them off in our January, like our New Year's kind of stream where I pulled out a bunch of my old gaming stuff. I have some like old gamer magazines, dude. Like Nintendo Powers and stuff like that that I've held on to, and they're in really good condition. But man, I remember like if I needed to go to the grocery store with my mom or something, you know, I'd run over to the magazine aisle. You know, if they didn't have like a video section in the grocery store or whatever, dude, I'd run over to the magazine aisle, sit there and just like pop open magazines and read about like video games. 50/50, is that progression, dude? Is that progression? Is that good or is that better than you have been? I hope so. Oh, what? 8-Bit Do launches mod kit for adapting the N64. Huh. Yeah, we already know about that. We're gonna watch that again. At the end of every news segment, I'm pulling up the schedule. I'll link it right here so you guys can take a look if you want. Down at the bottom of that Google Doc, there's another tab right now that you can switch over and look at uh, a another doc that or another tab in that document that I've set up and created that shows the showcases that are popping off towards the end of. Well, no, it'll be throughout this coming week and the beginning of next week that we'll watch here in the channel together, okay? And I'll pull it up myself at the end of the news segment and we'll go over it together, okay? Samsung TV got another game-changing upgrade. Let's see what's going on there. Looks like Antstream Arcade, retro arcade video game streaming stuff. Okay. Uncommon Activision W, dude. Call of Duty publishers receive rare appreciation from the community after dropping a massive nuke on cheaters. 5 beasts where both male and female are shiny. Oh, a couple others where one is assigned. So I'm trying to find the other. Had to stop trying because it wasn't working for some of them. Oh, that sucks. Can't stop sneezing, dude. My allergies have been so jacked too. It's that time of the year for us, yeah. Ooh. Oh, Davey, that sounds brutal, dog. I'm sorry. I hope it heals up soon, man. Yeah. When is Father's Day? God dang. I need to look that up. When is that, dude? Oh, geez, 2 weeks from today. Oh, God, I got to get on the ball, dude. Yeah, it's 2 weeks from today. I got to get on the ball, dude. Yeah, thanks, Kayla. Thanks. Pollen's gross there. Yeah. So I've lived in a lot of different places, and it seems like most places, dude. I've lived somewhere where there's not even a whole lot of grass that grows, but there's a lot of like what you'll get is during this time of the year, there's a lot of you'll get like tree pollen, like an insane amount of tree pollen and stuff to where you can see it, dude. And it would wreck you. It would just be so gross, man. So I've lived a lot of different places, man, and really like it's that whole like changeover from winter into spring and like all the way through spring and stuff. It just gets really, really gnarly with anything that like starts growing again, man. It just everywhere really. It doesn't matter, man. It's so crazy with whatever grows there. It just gets nuts, man. For anybody that has any kind of allergy, seasonal allergy issues, we really feel it bad. Feel it bad, man. And I understand that. Yo, have you that sucks. Did you get to have any kind of conversation with him about what this is about? Because your last schedule had you working below full time too, right? Yeah, we've already hit on an amount of the Alan Wake stuff too, Alan Wake 2 stuff, so I'll hold off on that for right now. I can't even read those websites. They're so, yeah, gaming news stuff. Okay, let's stick with this. Let's stick with this. Oh, really, Davy? Interesting. Yes. What'd you get, dude? What did you go get? 8-Bit Do launches mod kit for adapting Nintendo 64 controllers for Switch and Android. Check this noise out. Dude, I wonder, I don't know if Ferret's going to be around today. I'm going to have to hit Ferret up with this, dude. Ferret's all about the 8-Bit Do stuff, man. Yeah, there you go, dog. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I only had 28 and a half. Yeah, I remember us talking about that. Yeah. That's what I figured you were going to say, Davey. Yeah, Diablo 4. Cool, man. I kind of figured that was going to be the play. Yeah, dude. 32 hours spread through. Yo, yeah, that's gross, dude. Yeah, that's gross. I agree, Kayla. GG's, Davey. Sick, man. Most people are really enjoying it. They've had a few issues. They've had a few. Mostly, what I've read is like because any no game's going to be flawless on release, right? No game's going to be flawless on release. There are a few issues and bugs in the game, and it's been on the hardcore side of things. So there are people trying to do these hardcore because there's like a race to 100, level 100 right now on the hardcore side of things. And what I've read is there's been some bugs that have caused some of the leaders on that path of hardcore, the hardcore race, to die when they shouldn't have died, um, which is really really sad. That feels so bad in those situations. But dude, it's a brand new game, and those kinds of unexpected things are just from what I understand. I mean, the game plays very well overall. People are really enjoying it, man. So I hope you love it, dude. I hope you love it. Yeah. And Kayla, yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah. Oh, word. Well, there you go. I guess you can sleep in a little bit. Yeah. Gaming hardware company. So here we go. We'll start this again. 8BitDo launches mod kit for adapting N64 controllers for Switch and Android. So for Switch and Android, gaming hardware company 8BitDo is bringing a retro twist to the modern gaming experience, engineering a kit that allows gamers to transform their Nintendo 64 controller into a wireless version of the Nintendo Switch for the Nintendo Switch. I'm sorry, man. If I have an original Nintendo 64 controller, I'm not gonna mod it. I'm gonna leave it original. But that's just me. Nintendo had released its own wireless Nintendo 64 controller just a few years ago for $50 US, but the controller quickly sold out. It has been difficult to locate ever since. An original 64 controller isn't nearly as hard to come by, can even be bought used. 8BitDo's mod kit brings Bluetooth compatibility to the controller for both Switch and Android. The company also designed a Hall effect joystick, extending the lifespan of the controller, which is much needed for the 64 controllers. Yeah, those joysticks on those controllers sucked, dude. They were so bad. The kit makes the mod easy to carry out with its own rumble pack and rechargeable battery. 8BitDo provides a detailed step-by-step video on its website. Kit, joystick, and pack can be purchased as a set for $40 US or as individual parts. I mean, if you had like a controller that was basically, needing repairs and everything anyways, it might be cool to just do that. I was not a fan of these controllers in the first place. I did not like the layout of these controllers. They were weird to me. But just the nostalgia of them is cool. But that's pretty nifty. Here. Oh, word. Okay. Nice, Kayla. All right. I mean, it still feels bad. I mean, I'm glad you're seeing like the glass is like half full because there's probably not much you can do about it, right? But yeah, I'm sorry that you're still having to deal with a situation that's not great. Good on you for putting a positive spin on it, though. Your Samsung TV just got another game-changing upgrade. Here's what's new. Samsung is rolling out another big TV update that brings more content to the big screen. If you have a telly, if you have a Samsung telly tucked in the corner of your living room, there's good news. Korean technology giant has just announced that it's rolling out another big upgrade that will bring even more top titles to its popular gaming hub platform. For those not aware, this online service, which launched last year, lets owners play blockbuster games without the need for an expensive console. Yeah. So Samsung, all of their 2022 TVs, or was it all of this year's TV? I think it might have been all of their 2023 TVs and some of their 2022 TVs have a capability of like cloud gaming without the need of any other hardware besides needing to use a peripheral. but you can plug wireless. You can connect wireless controllers like 8-bit do controllers up to them, or you can plug in controllers to use with the application on the Samsung TVs and stuff. And as long as you have a subscription to whatever, they've got a lot of different platforms that you can just play straight through the TV. It's kind of wild. Everything is streamed to the big screen via the web, and users can even add accessories such as controllers to make things feel like a real PS5 Xbox experience. Once the upgrade is fully rolled out, so Samsung says users will then have access to nearly 3,000 games thanks to this latest edition, which includes titles from Antstream Arcade and Black Nut. These two services now join Xbox, Nvidia, GeForce Now, Amazon Luna, Utomic, which have been available for some time. Yeah. Antstream Arcade is the world's largest cloud retro gaming service that provides players access to over 1,400 classic games and 500 mini challenges. There's the option to play classic arcade games like Pac-Man, Galaga, Dig Dug, and Double Dragon. Nice. Then there's also the Black Nut video game streaming service that offers instant access to hundreds of games via a monthly subscription. Players have access to more than 500 premium games for the whole family, 5 simultaneously accessible player profiles, and a game library available on all screens. So there you go. It's just some more stuff getting added into their already rolled out like streaming service on the Samsung TVs. Very cool. If you need anything out of that. Yeah. Oh, Kayla, God dang it. I missed the, I'll link it to you in Discord. I'll link the Hogwarts stuff in Discord. I totally screwed up. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I put it at the front of the list, and then I found more articles that pushed it back. I'm so sorry. I'll link it to you in Discord, okay? Yeah. And hit me up later, and I'll try to tell you the gist of what it was about also, okay? Uncommon Activision W. Call of Duty publisher receives a rare appreciation from the community after dropping a massive nuke on cheaters. Current state of Call of Duty series is nothing less than a troubled story, as if the ongoing issues over Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2's gameplay experience weren't enough. Recent incidents of online hacking have further escalated the problems for Activision. In other words, the publisher has been going through a tough time since the last few months. However, it looks like there's still something good that can be provided to the community. And I'm getting stun locked by an eyelash, man. It's gross. Sorry, guys. Feels bad, dude. All right, I think I got it. At least when it comes to handling the cases of cheating. That's exactly what the company just did with its massive action against one of the most infamous cheat providers, not to mention that the reaction of players has been overwhelmingly positive. Call of Duty players celebrate as Activision shuts down a known cheat provider. Although nothing seems to be going right for Call of Duty at the moment, its publisher has finally done something that has attracted a lot of praise from the community. For those who are not aware, Mobius is one of the largest cheat providers of titles like Modern Warfare 2. In recent years, it has offered multiple ways to take an unfair advantage in online gaming. It's so gross, dude. But now Activision has taken strict action against Mobius, following its streak of closing down the fan-made mod projects in the last few weeks. The company has now also forced the cheat provider to cease its operations with immediate effect. A Redditor user recently shared a post while commending this step. That's awesome, man. Mobius, one of the largest cheat providers for Modern Warfare 2, just got hit. W Activision for once. That's great, dude. Mobius announcements. Hello, Mobius users. Someone affiliated with a team, Mobius, was given a cease and desist today by Activision. We're going to comply with it by shutting down everything. I hope you all understand. Look at these heartbreaks. Stupid cheaters, dude. Meanwhile, other Redditors have also called it a welcome step from the publisher, despite the fact that it has mostly taken unwanted decisions lately, like shutting down the XLabs and SM2 mod clients. But when it comes to the cheaters, everyone seems to be happy right now with the company's rare but a praiseworthy decision. Uncommon Activision W. A drop in the bucket, but a sweet one. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Look at this one, bro. Look at this comment. Oh no, what all those small PP losers do now. Dude, that's actually a really funny comment. Yeah, yeah. That's funny, dude. Yo, good for Activision. Yeah, cheaters get wrecked, dude. Cheaters get wrecked. Flipping hate cheaters, man. Again, there's a difference between like messing around in a single player game or whatever and just having some fun with it on your own and it doesn't affect anybody else. Games have done that for a long time. Whether you want to talk about like people using the Konami code back in the day or command line stuff in games like Doom and Wolfenstein or there's been all kinds of stuff for a long time in single player. You're not affecting anybody else though. But when you get in there and you're playing competitive games and you're ruining the gameplay experience for all the other people that want to play the game legitly, because that's the way most people want to play. There's a small population of people that are just what I would refer to as soft ass gamers. They don't want to get good and they can't stand to lose. You know, so they can't stand to lose, and they don't want to take the time to actually hone their skills in to get good. So they just resort to like cheating. Yeah, and all of those individuals can just get wrecked, as far as I'm concerned. It's terrible. It ruins game. It ruins game communities that are competitive. Live service games, and it's just gross. I like to see Bungie's really good at it. Bungie's a developer that, dude, they just won a couple of lawsuits against cheat makers, where they actually put lawsuits in and sued them, and they're supposed to be reaping close to like $30 million at this point from them. Bungie goes hard. I like to see these developers of live service games actually take action against the people that cheat and hack themselves in the game, but also to go after the manufacturers of the cheats and the hacks and shut them down. I mean, you got to get to the root of the cause, also. You know what I mean? And just totally take it out of the equation, right? And it's nice to see these big developers and publishers go after these companies and try to take them out of the equation. It's good. All right, man. Hogwarts Legacy June 2nd update patch notes, gameplay and stability improvements, and more. Brand new update just dropped for Hogwarts Legacy with major gameplay and performance improvements and fixes to some pesky bugs. Continue reading for the full list of patch notes below. Oh, man. Dude, my eye is so jacked. It's probably partially allergies, actually. Hogwarts Legacy has become one of the biggest games to start 2023. In Dexerto's review of the game, we wrote that Hogwarts Legacy's beautifully crafted open world and castle completely immerse you in the life of an adventurous student, even if the main story stumbles, and even if... No. There's no way. On PC, this game was trash on release. And there's no way you can immerse yourself in a game like this if it plays like trash. Sorry, I can't help it, dude. Can't help it. I know it was good on a lot of other platforms, but on PC it was balls, dude. First released in February, the game has maintained strong player engagement. With that being said, developer Portkey Games has been hard at work making sure Hogwarts Legacy is performing as well as it can. As a result, the devs have released a couple of updates and game fixes for the game on numerous occasions. Newest patch from June 2nd is no different, as it targets some bugs that hindered player progression in the past. Multiple progression blockers in Hogwarts Legacy fixed by devs. When it comes to gaming, there's nothing players don't dread more than corrupted saves and bugs that can cause your game to become soft-locked. Oh, God, yeah. Which is, in essence, a game state that requires a restart of your gaming device, loading a checkpoint, or in worst-case scenario, requiring you to start a new game. It's no wonder that developers targeted and fixed some of the better-known bugs that could cause issues with progressing through the game. Second order of business for this patch seems to be performance and game fidelity, as the game received many improvements in this field. No new content listed in the patch notes, but still, squashing bugs, improvements to performance, and addressing issues with save files and progression blockers are sure to be welcomed by those who have not played the game or are gearing up for a replay. They list the patch notes down here. These are for PS4 and Xbox One specifically. And then they've got PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC below that. There's a whole list, okay? So I'll link that for you guys. I need to try to throw this in here for Kayla real quick. Devs abandon Knights of the Old Republic 2 Restoration DLC on Switch. Apologize with free games. Let's see. So Knights of the Old Republic 2 on Switch was a mess from the start, like the original game's buggy and incomplete release back in 2004. Last year's port to Nintendo's handheld hybrid launched with a bug, made the game impossible to beat for some players. Subsequent patches added other issues, and now players will no longer be getting the free restoration content DLC they were previously promised. Studio behind the port, Aspyr, who is also they're also the ones that are supposed to be making the remake of Coder 1, Knights of the Old Republic 1. They're supposed to be remaking that, but it got put on like indefinite delay, kind of, maybe. A bunch of people got fired. There's a weird situation surrounding that. Delivered the bad news late Friday night, telling Switch owners of the game that the update to add support for a series of fan-made mods that fix certain bugs and round out Coder 2's characters and rough ending had unfortunately been canceled. It's basically the unofficial final cut of Obsidian Entertainment's excellent RPG, and Switch players will now essentially miss out on it, despite the fact that it was previously marketed alongside the port's 2022 release. Quote, sadly, today we are announcing that the restoration content DLC for the Switch version of Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, will not be moving forward for release. The studio tweeted on June 2nd. We'd like to thank everyone for their continued support by providing a complimentary video game key to players that purchased Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, on Switch before this announcement. Games impacted players can choose from the including following list of other Star Wars ports Aspyr has worked on. So, you can get Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords on PC. Knights of the Old Republic, which is a banging, dude, this is one of the greatest RPGs historically in gaming. The Force Unleashed, and that's the Knights of the Old Republic, that's Switch edition. Force Unleashed, Switch. Republic Commando, Switch. Episode 1 Racer, Switch. Jedi Knight Academy for Switch, and Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast for Switch. First game on the list, yeah, they're just talking about all of that. Things aren't going Aspyr's way at the moment, it seems. The Austin-based studio behind a bunch of otherwise decent Star Wars ports and remasters was purchased by Embracer for $450 million in 2021. That same year, it announced a remake of the first Knights of the Old Republic, like I was just talking about, at a PS5 showcase that immediately generated tons of excitement. A year later, Bloomberg reported that the project was already running into trouble and would be moved to a completely new studio under the Embracer umbrella, as basically this is TLDR what happened. What we had heard, the news that came out about it was that because this is under Sony also, obviously being a PS5 showcase. So the Aspyr leads behind the remake of Knights of the Old Republic had a internal showcase of the game for Embracer and Sony heads, and they showed it off. And basically all of them immediately got canned, which is, I mean, unfortunate for them. But apparently there was something very unaspiring. Sorry, bad. Going on there. And, they didn't like what they saw. So they canned those guys or those individuals, and there's been talk that it is still moving forward. It's under a new, another of Embracer's studios or whatever, but that we just haven't seen much or heard much, man. So I don't know. But if you are in this boat, man, you can get a different game from them through a key. So there's your link to it. Sony CEO warns technical issues still remain for cloud gaming. Yeah. So Sony's chief executive Kenichiro Yoshida stated that I think the cloud itself is an amazing business model when it comes to games. Yeah, the technical difficulties are high. Latency is a huge one, right? First, the time it takes for an action inputted on the controller to be reflected on the screen has the biggest issue. There will be challenges to cloud gaming, but we want to take one of those challenges. We've seen lately that this whole PlayStation has aggressive plans for the cloud gaming space, according to PlayStation boss Jim Ryan. I mean, PlayStation basically tries to emulate everything Xbox does, but they don't do it on the same timeline. It's like the things that Xbox has been doing to stay competitive and really, inventive in the market and push things forward. Sony is way behind them. Most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. But Sony always comes behind and just tries to emulate what Xbox does on those fronts, it seems like. Yeah, cloud gaming currently represents a small percentage of the global games market, but it's viewed as a potential disruptor for the future, for sure. Yeah, but I mean, as we've seen, it's a tough time for it too. So if you're going to get in there and be successful with it right now, you got to have a pretty good business plan. Nvidia is doing well, it seems like. Xbox is doing well, it seems like. But we've seen others like Stadia died. Google Stadia died off. It looks like actually Amazon Luna is not doing well. It's been pulled off of platforms now. It looks like it's not doing well. So I don't know. It's definitely got a future, but there are issues still. There are obstacles for cloud gaming being really embraced and incorporated in everything that is gaming right now. So I didn't read all of this. There it is if you guys want it. Gaming would be so much better without PlayStation and Xbox. This is an interesting article. Right away, I mean, just from the title, this is what I would say. You can't not throw Nintendo in here. And to be fair, I would probably, if anything, at the very least, I would take Xbox out and throw Nintendo in and say that gaming would be a lot better without PlayStation and Nintendo. Nintendo's the scummiest of scummy as far as it goes with gaming, as far as I'm concerned. They're pretty gross. I'm not a fan of Nintendo. I think they make good content. I think they make some good content. But as far as the way they approach their customer, their loyal fans, and people that have been gaming with them for a long time, like they don't take care of their community, their customer. They're not there. There's no aim at giving people access to gaming history, backwards compatibility. They want people to double and triple dip. It's just they take access away to software all the time. It's really, really gross for Nintendo. A reader is frustrated with Sony and Microsoft's recent conduct and suggests everyone would be better off switching to PC. Before I go any further, let me just kind of TLDR my sentiments here. I've been stating for a while. Especially the past 5 years, I have definitely moved away from console gaming in great deal. A great deal of my gaming has moved away from console, where I've traditionally gamed on PC and console gaming. But a lot of it's because of how gross the console side of things has gotten. But gaming is supposed to be about having fun, and I'm not going to dog somebody for being on whatever platform they want to be on, wherever they can have fun. And I understand why people would want to choose console over PC as well. In my personal opinion, PC is a better platform for gamers. It's a higher entry point. There are pros and cons to both sides. PC is a higher entry point for people to get into initially, but it does end up evening out. You don't have to worry about backwards compatibility and stuff like that, though. You don't have to pay most of the time for any kind of playing online. It's just naturally part of the platform. You know, there are things like that where, you know, you don't have to worry about the backwards compatibility and all. You know, it's just, it's a much more user-friendly platform, PC is. But you've also got to be willing to, it's not plug and play most of the time, right? Unless you're talking about getting a dedicated PC gaming device like one of the new handhelds or something, which you could still run into some stuff on that. You've got to be willing to have a little bit of technical know-how, learn a little bit about PC stuff, technical stuff, and be willing to address those things. Whereas console is very plug and play. And that's where a lot of people like that. They want that ease of access. But when you buy into that console stuff, you don't get backwards compatibility. You have to pay extra if you want to play online. You know, there are things that you know, like with Xbox, if you want additional storage space, you're going to pay 3 times what you would on PC for more hard drive space, because Xbox and Microsoft felt like it was a good thing to make it a proprietary thing to add storage expansions that you pay $200 for a terabyte, when on PC you can pay $60 for a terabyte worth of storage space. You know, it's gross stuff like that. So that's why I've moved away. I just try to look at things from, and look, there are pros and cons to both sides. And we can get into the pros and cons of each individual platform as well, whether you want to talk about Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, PC, all the way across, right? I mean, there are going to be pros and cons to all of them. But I would agree with the fact that it does seem like the further along we go in the gaming industry, the more gross the console side of stuff gets, because it feels like they know they can take advantage of people that either don't have the time or just don't have the want to learn how to dive into the PC side of things. To read the gaming news lately, you'd assume that the video games industry was run by a bunch of idiots. To be honest, you'd think that most of the time, but the last year or so, it just seems like a clown army has taken over and it's doing exactly the opposite of what's sensible. Sony seems to have decided the fast route to success is do nothing and say nothing, with Microsoft following suit while simultaneously proving that being rich doesn't mean you're smart. Their plan for the $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard didn't seem to account for the idea that someone might actually try to stop them. Their arguments in favor of the deal have been embarrassingly silly, especially the bizarre idea that they, and only they, would finally allow 150 million Switch owners to buy a copy of Call of Duty they've not been so desperate for. The whole situation is madness, especially as it has opened up the whole question about whether exclusives are fair and what goes into securing the third-party ones. You can see various government bodies around the world starting to question whether the whole walled garden approach is reasonable for any device, which is going to be a huge own goal for both Sony and Microsoft. Frankly, they're both stupid. Their recent conduct makes me very glad I'm a PC gamer. Me too. I think I'm fairly unusual for a PC gamer, as I didn't get into it just to have better graphics, but because the whole thing seemed much more cost effective. Hardware can be slowly upgraded over time. Another thing that I promote about PC, all the games are cheaper with much better sales than you seem to get on console. Also something I promote. Okay, so on that front, I'll add to that. You don't have to rebuy any of those games ever again, because it's not like the PC version you have now requires you to buy that software again when you get another PC. Like with consoles, most consoles, it's like, okay, you got your PS, you know, or you know, like you had your Wii, right? And you owned Mario Kart 8 on Wii, and then the Switch came out and it was like, well, we know you own Mario Kart 8 already on Nintendo, but look, it's a new console now, so we need you to buy it again. You don't do that on PC, right? Also, you will never, ever, ever see games given away for free on console platforms like you do on PC. I promote it all the time with like Epic Games, right? Epic Games, and Steam is following suit here lately. I'll tell you this. Steam is starting to give away a lot more free games now too, and I think it's because Epic has generated a lot of users over on their platform and accounts and things just by giving away free games. I have close to 300 free games or 300 games on my Epic account at this point, and some of them are very, very good, very notable titles. Just because I log in there every week and grab my free games. You are never, ever going to see that same thing on console. And those are games that I'll just be able to play forever on my PC, right? You don't see free games like that on unless it's a free to play. Free to play is different, right? But just free software that's normally costing you up front, you don't see giveaways like that on console. Very rarely, anyways. After a while, I began to realize the other benefits. For one, the lack of any one company being in charge, like Microsoft or Sony, is a huge bonus. Not only what keeps the game prices down, but it means you don't have the constant cringy boasts about being the best this or the best that, while making the kind of moronic moves I've just described. Yeah, actually, what's funny is we read a report here recently where basically Sony got blasted for every time they submit a patent. I think here in the US actually, every time they submit a patent, they put in these weird like comments about how other competitors in the market are like subpar to them and stuff. It's really weird and really off-putting. You remove that whole layer of interference between you and the game, and there's not someone constantly intervening new peripherals or console models to fleece you of your money. No subscriptions. Online is free on PC. You're not treated as an open wallet by a company that just sees you as an undiscerning groupie to be exploited. As far as I'm concerned, gaming would be far better if there were no consoles at all, or at least no PlayStation and Xbox. Nintendo can carry on doing their own thing. I disagree. This is where I would disagree. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. I think Nintendo's the worst, dude. I think Nintendo's worse than PlayStation or Xbox. And I find it weird that I feel like this individual that authored this article must have some kind of affection for Nintendo, because they don't want to talk about, games. You don't find sales on consoles like you do on PC. Dude, Nintendo never puts anything on sale. Ever, hardly. And then you're going to be like, oh, Nintendo can just keep doing what they do. That's a bit weird for me. The whole point of consoles was that they were relatively inexpensive gaming machines where everyone was using the same machine and having the same experience, which could often be superior to a PC. Now, though, there are multiple models with more to come with the PS5 Pro and Xbox equivalent rather than unique pieces of hardware. A console nowadays is basically just a low-spec PC in a box. Yep. Nothing a console can do, a PC can't, but the opposite is not true. Absolutely. There are only two problems with gaming on PC, and the first is cheats in multiplayer. I don't know how you stop that, but since crossplay means everyone is playing together now, that isn't actually a problem unique to PCs. The other issue is the terrible state of AAA PC releases lately, where everything is broken at launch. Yep. Almost anyways. Also been happening on consoles more and more, but if PC was the only major format publishers would be forced to make more of an effort, so that problem would quickly go away. PC gaming is cheaper, high quality, and offers much more freedom and control of your games. There are no advantages to owning a PlayStation or Xbox with all their exclusives now available on PC, and as long as they work properly at a better quality. I'm not suggesting any of this is actually going to happen, but in my opinion, it would be better for everyone. If it doesn't happen, then we can at least get someone sensible in charge of Microsoft and Sony so they stop embarrassing us and gaming in general. This is a really, who's this hunk, dude? That's Henry Cavill, dude. Henry Cavill, what a legend. Love that, dude. So I agree with, I talk about these same sentiments all the time. And again, I'm not going to knock somebody if they prefer to be on a console and whatever platform, but I'm always going to express my own sentiments about why I feel like, obviously I've moved away from consoles for particular reasons. I'm going to express why I've done that and why, try to get people to understand where I'm coming from, and why I've done that. Because I most of the things that have been written here, I agree with totally. But to be fair, I think that Nintendo is worse than, especially Xbox. Especially Xbox. Xbox to me is at least the most consumer friendly of all of these. Nintendo's the worst. PlayStation's right there close to them though. But to be fair, I think the entire gaming industry would be much better off if everything was just PC. Yep. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of all of them. Burn it all down. Besides PC, I agree with the majority of this content. It's a well written article too. Who was this? Who wrote this? By Reader Randall. Word. It's a pretty good article, dude. I like it. I like it. All right. Let's keep going, baby. Let's keep going. Epic Game Store has an unexpected freebie for players. Epic Games has surprised Epic Game Store users with a new and unexpected freebie right now. It's Midnight Ghost Hunt. Wait. We've known about this since Thursday and it wasn't a surprise. Midnight Ghost Hunt. I'll pull that up and show you. The freebie involves Fall Guys, which means if you don't play the free-to-play game, it's not going to tickle your fancy. More specifically, Fall Guys players can claim the Blorbius the Despiser costume at no additional cost. To redeem the freebie, all you need to do is log into the Epic Games launcher on PC at any time between now and June 8th. After June 8th, the deal will expire. From here, navigate to the Fall Guys add-on page, and boom, claim the freebie listed. Once the item is claimed, it will populate in your inventory like any other item. So, although you can access the Epic Game Store and claim Blorbius the Despiser through a browser, the costume will only be added to your inventory upon logging into Fall Guys on PC through Epic Game Store launcher. After completing this step, the costume will be available to use on other platforms. That's disgusting. I love it. All right. Yeah, to be an Epic Game Store user costs nothing but an email and the time it takes to create an account. Dude, I promote this all the time. Look, I'll pull it up right now. This is, there it is, free this week Fall Guys giveaway. So you can actually, here, let me remove my camera real quick. Check it out. Bloop. See it right here? So there's, if you're on the desktop app, and I'm guessing their website's going to be fairly similar. This is the desktop app, though. There's the Fall Guys giveaway stuff, okay? And you can grab that there. Epic Games platform is free to have an account on, and every week they give away like 1 to 2 free games. Right now it's Midnight Ghost Hunt, but this is all you do. Come in here, log in, scroll down just a little bit, free games every single week. And I can tell you, my library right now is packed. Packed, dude. Where's it going to tell me? Let's go down here real quick. Sir, there we go. I've got 237 games, so I was a little bit short on that. But still, it's nothing to scoff at. I've paid for like 2 or 3 of these, actually. 2 or 3 of these games I've paid for. The rest of these, I've just gotten for free. And so, even if you're not a PC gamer right now, I cannot recommend enough that you just like log into their website on a browser or create yourself an account on their browser and just log in every week. Grab your games, grab your free games every single week, because maybe in the future you'll start doing some PC gaming and you'll have a big library at that point that you can start selecting games to play that you haven't played before. That's winning, man. That's just winning. Free games. All right. Go get your Fall Guys stuff. I'll link this for you. I know me and True going to be running around as Blorbius, you know? Wait. Give me this. I'm actually going to tag True in this. True be playing some Fall Guys with me sometimes. Here we go. All right, Steam Sale offers over 30 different games for $1 or less. A new Steam Sale through Fanatical offers over 30 different PC games for $1 or less. Dubbed the Dollar Collection Sale, the promotion includes single games, bundles, and packs, which means in some cases you can get 3 games for the price of 1. Metacritic must-play games. Pack a cart full with a huge collection of gaming bundle goodness. The Unity of Command Trilogy Bundle, Starpoint Gemini 2 Gold Pack, Action Roguelike Double Pack, Fugitives and Outlaws Double Pack, many more. Let me see this real quick. Sometimes their website gets weird whenever I try to pull it up. All right, we're good, it looks like. There we go. Okay. Yeah, dollar collection bundles. You can see them right here. Yeah. Dollar collection bundles, dude. So, if you're interested, I'll link that for you. Battlefield 2042 Season 5 launches June 7th with new map that you can fall through. Too soon? Battlefield 2042 Season 5 update, otherwise known as New Dawn, will release on June 7th. With some additional new content as well. Brand new map, new weapons, gadgets, experiences, and of course an entirely new battle pass to be worked through by those still playing Battlefield 2042. All right, we'll just watch the Season 5 trailer, and I'll link this for anybody that wants to take a look at it, I guess. Apparently they've done an okay job at getting this game back in, or getting this game, not back, but getting this game into decent shape, I guess. But, dude, you want to talk about a game that was just brutal on release. This game was supposed to be just tragically bad. Like, people just falling through the environment all the time. There were like these weird patches of like rubber ducks that were, it was like nightmare fuel, dude. There were like these rubber ducks that were like bouncing back and forth and stuff all over the place underneath the maps. And people were like falling through the environment, getting stuck in them and stuff. It was weird. Good old EA though, you know what I mean? Am I right?
No, Pats. For so long we were lost in darkness and despair.
Just push it out. People will still put their credit cards in there.
Rose from the ashes and built a better world.
Flipping EA, dude. What a terrible company.
Dawn is here. Are you ready?
I don't think this game is going to have a whole lot more support on it, to be honest. I don't think they're going to continue working on this game for a whole lot longer. The release was just too bad for it. I think they're probably already working on the next one, to be honest. We've already kind of heard some like rumor mill stuff about that too. So, they've got patch notes right here you can take a look at. So, no way. There's a new edition of the game for players that haven't yet invested. It's the Elite Edition, and it'll allow players to catch up on an entire year of content, including a stack of specialists, an exclusive cosmetic bundle, and a hardware kit that delivers 10 weapons and 8 vehicles. And it's only $90 US. Sorry, dude, but I don't care. This game does not deserve money for the way it released. Get wrecked. This game does not deserve. If people, what it needs to have is just free to play. At this point, it should just be free to play, and they should have some ways in which, if people get enough entertainment out of it, that they feel like giving back in some form or fashion, you know, with like maybe a battle pass or something, then okay. But for the absolutely terrible, gross way this game released, it should have never released like. Nobody should be paying for this game up front like that, in my opinion. But if you need to read more out of it, here you go. EA can get wrecked. Dude, I hate that company. Call of Duty Mobile. Here's why players with gaming devices are getting banned for 10 years. Call of Duty Mobile players are now facing a new challenge. Numerous reports have surfaced after the Season 5 update where players who have been using additional tools such as air triggers, custom crosshairs, custom overlays, or game boosters have been banned from playing the game. The penalty levied on certain accounts goes as high as 10 years. While some of the bans have been lifted after a certain period, experts are advising players with gaming phones to exercise caution and consider refraining from playing the game for the time being. Not the first time built-in gaming gears have come into question to maintaining fairness and competitive integrity of the game. Certain devices that offer such tools are also banned from the competitive circuit. Developers haven't been very clear about where they stand on the matter. It is to be noted, Sony Xperia has partnered with Activision as the title sponsor of the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship that has taken place so far. The device was also one of the first to introduce 120 frames per second in the game, as well as wide FOV for better visual perspective. Huh. That's interesting. Weird, man. Install this NVIDIA GeForce GPU hotfix driver to stop your game monitor from flickering. Dude, is anybody dealing with monitor flicker right now? Okay, so it was apparently from a driver that released earlier this week for a Diablo 4. NVIDIA released a game-ready driver earlier this week, optimized for Diablo 4, which coincided with the game's early release access. Unfortunately, it also introduced a screen flickering issue on certain setups, resulting in a rash of complaints on NVIDIA's support forum, Twitter, and Reddit. Fortunately, there's now a hotfix. Okay. NVIDIA says it's a version 536.09 hotfix addresses a bug affecting setups with more than one display. When using multiple monitors, this is a quote, when using multiple monitors which support adaptive sync, users may see random flicker on certain displays when G-Sync is enabled after updating to driver 535.98. Applying the hotfix is entirely optional. If you're not running a multi-monitor setup or otherwise are not experiencing any screen flickers, you don't need to install the hotfix. Yeah. Or if you're content for the time being with having it rolled back to a previous driver release, you can wait for the next driver update, which will automatically include the hotfix in it, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you've gotten the driver for Diablo 4 improvement and getting some screen flicker and stuff, you'll need to go grab this 536.09 hotfix more than likely. So I'll list this for you. Okay, I'll link it for you. There you go. That should fix things, hopefully. PlayStation Plus subscribers refuse to play a new free game. PS Plus subscribers, or at least some, are refusing to play one of June's free games. For the month of June, PS Plus subscribers across PS4 and PS5 are being treated to 3 games. NBA 2K23, Jurassic World Evolution 2, and Trek to Yomi. All 3 games will be available on both platforms for free. Not until June 6th, though. So 2 more days. What's up? Yo, what's up, cat? Before this happens, though, some PS Plus subscribers are already pledging not to check out one of the games from this trio of freebies. It has nothing to do with the game's quality, though that has also been called into question by some. So NBA 2K23 is a 143 gigabyte game, dude. Doesn't include all of the post-release updates. To actually download the entire game as it is right now, you'll need to clear out 172 gigs of space. That's almost 25% of your PS5 storage. How are modern consoles coming out with so low storage space, dude? That's crazy. Well, the game takes up, I mean, I know what it is. It's a play at getting people to spend more money, really. I mean, especially on Xbox's side of things. Why the game takes up this amount of space, we don't know. It's surely not a necessity. Likely to facilitate some loading tricks and due to poor optimization. Absolutely, that's poor coding optimization. Whatever the case, it's one of the largest file sizes on PS5. Gives even Call of Duty games a run for their money. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this here recently. I mean, games are no doubt getting bigger, right? It's inevitable. Games are going to get bigger. But there's also something to be said for games being optimized efficiently for not taking up, or for taking up the least amount of storage space as possible, right? And you can see this is a perfect example of things not being done fantastic. For a game like NBA 2K23 to be hitting almost 170 to 180 gigs of space, dude, that's brutal. That's crazy. New Star Wars game out now. Highly anticipated Star Wars tabletop game. We are not doing tabletop news, dude. Yeah, story of my life. Story of my life, cat. New Star Wars game out now. So tabletop game, not a video game. So if you guys are into tabletop games, I just linked to that. I dig tabletop games. This is video gaming news, dude. So this is going to be the last article I have for the morning, by the way. So if anybody has anything to add that maybe I haven't touched on or seen or anything like that, you want to talk about it, bring it up, then let me know in chat and we'll address it before we move on to some grounded gameplay today. Here we go. Silent Hill Ascension empowers the audience to decide the fates of characters. Let's watch this real quick. If you haven't seen this, we know. Oh, dude, I can't full screen this.
Your guilt.
Get wrecked.
So
That's gross.
It chokes the air. You want to know how you
nice
can
in bed,
from this place,
Yahoo.
but you can't.
Oh well.
Konami's
got a lot of stuff coming to us now.
And the pain you carry.
Metal Gear, Silent Hill, talks of Castlevania, you know, those are big titles.
That you pass on to
big IPs.
Everyone you meet, everyone you love, even your children. Because no matter how hard, how fast, how far you
Yo, that was me. Sorry.
Your past will catch up with you.
Oh, dude, some Scaretober stuff. This is gonna be so good. I hope, anyways. Silent Hill Ascension.
Face your trauma together.
Let's go. Genvid Entertainment has shared a trailer for Silent Hill Ascension, an interactive streaming experience in which the outcome of the story will be influenced by its viewers in real time. Yo, that's dope. Weird noise. A spin-off of the Konami-published Silent Hill survival horror franchise originally created by Kichiro Toyama, the streaming experience will bring together storytelling, gameplay, and decision-making. Audience members will be challenged to solve different puzzles and games, in turn altering the mental state of the characters they are playing as. Silent Hill Ascension will only be streamed once. So the fates of characters will be solidified as Silent Hill canon. What? Each day an episode is streamed. Viewers can log in to access the experience and complete the puzzles for a limited window of time. The experience is scheduled to debut later this year. Additional details regarding the release will be made public in the near future. Yo, that sounds awesome. Oh, we got to keep track of that. That sounds really cool. I wonder if we could like all watch this together here in the channel or something, maybe, dude. That'd be sick, broskies. Yo, wild. That'd be pretty cool. I'm interested in that. I'm gonna link that in the Discord, actually. Cool. If you need to see that again or whatever, it's in the Discord, okay? Yeah. All right. Cool, man. That's the news for today, for June 4th. That is the news, man. We'll go play. Oh, dude. Hold on. Psych. Gotcha. All right, hold on. Kill the music. Oh, bro. Why am I dumb? There we go. We're good. Let me bring this up real quick. There we go. Okay. So real quick, here is our video game showcase schedule so far. So today being the 4th, right? We're sitting right here. So on the 7th, man, yeah, the 7th, we'll be hitting Guerrilla Collective at 11 a.m. The 8th will be Summer Game Fest, Day of the Devs, and Devolver Digital. Dude, that's going to be a long day. Okay. So we're talking, yeah, that Thursday. Here's probably what's going to happen. Interesting. Okay. So this is going to be the plan for right now. 5th and 6th, Monday and Tuesday. I mean, we'll do news and we'll do gaming, but again, I've got some family coming into town, so it won't be long days. I'll probably go until about like late morning or just around lunchtime, and I'll probably call it both of these days. On Wednesday, I will not be streaming. Really, that's like my day off. But what I'll do is I'll pop in, I'll start the stream up, and we'll just watch the Guerrilla Collective together. Okay, so I'm not going to do the news. I'm not going to do gaming content. But at 11 a.m. Central, I'll pop in here on Wednesday, and we'll watch Guerrilla Collective together. Okay, and then Thursday, I'm going to do the news. And then I'm going to take no gaming content. And then I'll come back and we will watch all of these that afternoon. That's what the plan is right now. I got to try to schedule some of this stuff around. I've got some family coming out I haven't seen in a while, and I want to try to maximize getting streaming content in while also trying to maximize spending time with them and everything. Okay, so that's what the plan will be right now. It doesn't mean it won't maybe change a little bit here and there or whatever, but that'll probably be the plan for right now. Okay, and then you guys can see everything else that's coming after that. Nothing, we'll be back to normal starting probably on the 9th. So we'll just be working all of these showcases in between all of our gaming and news stuff. Okay. So you can see all that. There's a link in the channel, command schedule. That'll bring up the, right there in chat, that brings up a link for the Google Doc. Down at the bottom, there's actually schedule for what we're doing, now, previously, and moving forward tentatively for gaming in the community and in the channel. And then down at the bottom, there's a tab also that gets you over to see what the showcases are, when they're going to be popping off, and when we're going to be watching them together, okay? Now I think we're good. Now I think we're good. Now we can start popping off that music again. Let's go. All right, cool. Cool. So that's the play. You guys rock. Thank you for being you and being a part of this good news segment. We'll move on and do some grounded for the day. We might get some friends versus friends in too, if I can talk Pinky into it. So I don't know if anybody else will be in playing grounded with us today. It might just be Pinky and myself. We'll see what happens. But maybe some friends versus friends. We'll see what happens. I don't know if anybody's checking out this video gaming news segment or previous video gaming news segments, because we do them every day, or there are clips out of those, entire playthroughs of games we've played, funny clips and highlights and stuff like that from the games that we've played as well. All that stuff's out there on the YouTube channel, as well as here on the Twitch channel. You can find in playlists as highlights and stuff like that. If you're enjoying any of that content on either of those places, then I would ask you to come hang out with myself and the rest of the amazing people that are part of this community here when we go live every single day, besides Wednesdays right now. At 6 a.m. CST, we always kick it off with video gaming news, and then we dive into whatever gaming content we have planned for the rest of the day. We have a good time, enjoy the industry of gaming and hashing it out about what's going on, and just have a good time playing games together. So other than that, man, you guys stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for June 5th edition of Video Gaming News and some more V Rising. All right.